Hey guys, this is Crab Hunter, and I am doing a Shogun Total War Fall of the Samurai. Well, anyway, as I was saying, I have recently purchased the... Oh, even sweeter. I recently purchased the Fall of the Samurai game, and it is very much awesome. Now, unfortunately, my computer isn't the greatest thing, which is megally frustrating at times because it has a tendency to crash, but whatever. Anyway, I'll get on to the point. This is my first siege battle of the game, and I am currently playing as the Satsuma with two generals, my daimyo and my general in command. And this is also kind of the first time I've really used these units properly. And I thought I would film this because it's actually got some very interesting features which I personally have not really seen before, so I thought I'd share it with you guys. In this, the strategy for attack was, well, what I originally planned was for... how the hell did I not see him? Anyway, so, the strategy for attack was I would come in and distract the guards from... distract these guys here, whilst I set up a counter-offensive and an attack from here. Now, I hadn't realised this, and I'm just looking at the mini-map now, but I hadn't realised that these guys were coming to attack me. Now, I thought it was a kooky defensive system, but clearly it was just bad positioning of my troops. But anyway, yeah, so because I was over hearing that, and I was thinking, oh wow, what a... I looked over there thinking, oh, I can't see anything. Of course, clearly they were pointing towards them, and I was being a daft twat. Anyway, unfortunately, you will see them bump into them. But yeah, so the battle was long in the sense that I was awaiting to use that very famous bombarding tool. Anyway, I think by this point, this is when I turned around and spotted them, and I was like, oh shit, here they come. So I was like, oh my god. So I ordered my men to turn around. General was in the way. So I was like, oh crap. So close-ups. Of course he gets shot. Oh, slow motion. So yeah, quite a nasty. Oh, look at that blood. Oh, nasty. So anyway, I didn't see any of the them coming in, but by this point I was fully committed. Now the lucky side about this thing was I, could deal with the cavalry very simply. It was only cavalry, and obviously just made them break, and they are fleeing away. Anyway, so with that now being done, I thought it was kind of a defensive system because I thought they'd snuck around, but clearly it was just they'd spawned there, so my bad. Anyway, so yeah, my original plan was for my main army here to distract the enemy by moving up and firing at them. For my other army, most built up of mostly melee infantry units, to have a go at them. Have a go up here, flank the castle, and secretly take it from behind. Now, there is a section, which I hopefully will come up very soon, of me bombarding them. Here we go. Right. So, now I know where it's firing from. I decided to use the bombardment tool for the first time on focus mode. And, don't know if you can hear it in the background, but that's the guns going off. And soon, even though technically the ocean's that away, for some reason they can't come from here. Now, I think this is when the shots are coming down. Here it comes. Right, check it out. Slow-mo. Check it out. That is some immensely satisfying explosions right there. Blob. Epic explosive time. Look at the carnage. It was an awesome moment, I will say. Now that was... They hadn't been touched by anything else, and look at that, 94 out of 150. That was painful. Anyway, I shall skip a few forward now, so that way you guys don't get bored. So I decided then to move up my army and prepare for to engage in rifle versus rifle combat. And whilst I was moving up, I was waiting for the bombardment to come in, and that first bombardment was very successful, quite, you know, what I hoped for. Then one thing that surprised me was the range on the guns was incredibly further. It was much further than I thought. So I decided to withdraw because my character was just being shot at. And in doing so, then these guys, the garrison infantry, are bloody good shots because they land a fair few shots against my commanding forces. So here I go again. I've marked the position for another bombardment. Now personally, I'm not a big fan of sieges. I don't like advancing. I'm not very good at it at the moment. I'm probably going to get better as I do it now. There's the second bombardment. So yeah, it's, to be honest, I'm not a big fan of it, but then I can see the tactical advantages of it. Anyway, so the second bombardment isn't as good as the first. You do get some hits though, and then BAM! There goes the capital. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Oh, that must hurt. I'm not violent, by the way. Oh, that was effective. But not as effective as I had previously hoped, as most of the soldiers had been able to survive their 30-foot fall. And so I thought, okay, well, this is, you know, I got a good result. I had cracked open one of their gates. So, open gateway. And, I decided to try and commit my forces to attack. But for some reason, despite the fact that they were easily in range, my characters, my units, didn't engage. Now, I don't know whether that's just because I hadn't specifically attacked them, but I had to move up whilst them was being shot at. And I was trying to click onto them, but then they wouldn't engage. Then they finally started firing back. And I decided to commit my general to attacking the levy garrison infantry. Now, it was at this point that I had completely had a brain-out session and forgot about the spear levy garrison, which was also the general unit for the garrison itself. And, you know, I mean, in this section I thought I was going to be able to do some devil, hopefully be able to break through and annihilate the garrison infantry here. But then I realised the spears...
Your general is under attack!
My spears... I realised the spears were there, and even though my general probably might have been able to annihilate them, I didn't really want to commit a risk of losing both my daimyo or... I didn't lose my daimyo or my general. So I decided to withdraw. Those cavalry rider, can he escape? Yes, he does. Anyway, so I decided to withdraw my troops, my cavalry. At this point there, I decided to send my infantry up to counter-attack from the rear. Now, this attack goes way better than I suspected because, as you can see, the garrison infantry are now focusing their attentions on my infantry here. So my infantry, despite suffering heavy casualties, do slowly but surely open a hole in the enemy defences. Now, unfortunately, however, they're still going to get their arms attacked. This infantry regiment here stayed under heavy casualties, and reinforcements. I spotted reinforcements on the way, so not a good thing. But the good news was about that was I was able to commit all my troops to attacking this position here. Now, my infantry were suffering heavy casualties because of the long infantry engagement, and I knew if I committed too much time to this engagement after seeing them lot come out, just speed up a bit there for you, I realised then, I mean, these guys then started taking heavy casualties, and then I decided to withdraw my troops.
An enemy tower is yours, General!
There you go. I decided to withdraw my troops because my main objective of securing the tower here and also securing an entrance into the plaza was now complete. Now here's the bit where something funny happened. I totally expected, once again forgetting that my cavalry was in range. Now this is the strange thing. If you were a Total War player, which I assume many of you who are watching this video are, you'd think that infantry sneaking into your rear would guarantee that at least some of you would be moving out. And here's some of the infantry now, and I think, oh, here they go, I'm getting ready. So here they go, I'm going to get ready for a counterattack. And I quickly spur my infantry into position to try and get them up top. But then, they don't. They don't even commit. So then, I try and get my Yari-Kachi up to the top here, and to take over the Lord's Castle. Which is a, you know, it makes sense, it's a nice looking castle, I want to stick a banner on top. But it's like they didn't even realise I was there. Now I don't know whether it's because my general was there or whether I had line infantry there, but you'd think as this was a mostly melee infantry army, I reckon if they did come after me, then I would be able to defeat them as I had a Yari. I'm gonna go samurai, not Kachi, because I don't really know what the Kachi is, but a Yari samurai, and I also had a Yari Ashigaru, plus also matchlock infantry. So it wasn't as if I wasn't prepared for a fight. In fact, I totally anticipated that as soon as I had landed my infantry on that perimeter, I would have to deal with those guys. And I think this is when they finally did react and try and send someone against me. But by this point, most of my infantry had been able to secure that perimeter. But then they retreated for no reason whatsoever. And I was just totally confused. I mean, this is also the general here. So, you know, no, I don't really know why they're doing that. They're, you know, walking out doing something. And I'm just standing there waiting for them to start attacking so then I can move my infantry up to attack them. But nothing was happening because they weren't doing it. Because they weren't doing anything and these guys were just... It was just like a walk in the park at that point. I then decided to get my Yari-Kachi to capture this point because then I could send my cavalry into the back building and for me to have an advantage. Then I decided to move my levy infantry in this attack because I realised they weren't going for me, so I decided just to scare them up a little bit more by firing at their infantry, which they were very bad shots, only one man. So they were very bad shots. Well, they weren't the best of shots. But still, no counterattack. And even furthermore, the general was leaving the castle. No idea why. So my Yari samurai were now defending that perimeter, and no one was trying to take it back from them, which is very
Your
puzzling.
victory is close, sir!
So then I put my cavalry in after I captured that perimeter, totally expecting them to still do something. And I don't know whether it was just an AI glitch, but they didn't do a single thing. Of course but then of course this is now this bit I actually don't realise what they're doing, because at that point I was totally focused on here and here. My micromanagement isn't so perfect. But clearly they were trying to get to me beforehand, and I don't know. I think I know why. They had to go all the way around the other side. Okay, fair enough. So they finally did realise that they were being attacked, but they didn't commit any forces to try and take over this area. And by that point, I'd secured the castle, and the battle was pretty much over. Even though some of you out there probably go, oh, I want to go for the infantry. I just thought, you know what, I don't want to go for this. I won the battle, and I've just saved my men a hell of a lot of killing. And death, really. So, yeah, that was my first siege battle in the Fall of the Samurai. Agreeably not the most entertaining because it wasn't as bloody, but nonetheless, funny. Anyway, if you like my videos, feel free to comment subscribe, rate. I do appreciate if you do. If there's any good constructive criticism, like if the music's too loud, if I blabber on too much, or I don't focus on the important bits enough, whatever the hell you feel, as long as it's good constructive criticism, I don't mind. Anyway, see you guys later. This is Crap Hunter signing out.